discussion?
Don't need it.
We don't need it now.
Oh, okay. That means we get out of here at 3. All right.
Yeah, looks like there's one.
That's a little quicker. Back in session, open session, 10:39.
Motion for those.
Department head reports.
Okay, so everyone should have the October financials at your desk. Just a couple items that were out of the ordinary for October. The water department is implementing a new water meter reading, and so they purchased equipment which was $4,315. They used it for the first time and it worked wonderful. So it's great to know that we have a reliable piece of equipment back in reading the water meters.
That's great.
We paid the G-Works annual license. That was $6,425. Jensen Agency, the annual insurance renewal was $142,106. And we also purchased the Grace V. Nelson Ballfield restroom / concession stand, which is through our bonding, but that was $306,555. And then just as a note, in November, we received $444,497 for our sewer funding. So we'll see that hit our sewer fund in the next month's financials. That is.
So now all the city water meters are on this new thing?
They're in the works.
Okay.
They have purchased the device that's going to go on the water meter, and then he'll be able to drive around town and do a radio read. But this is just the start of it. But it's a little bit larger than, it's probably twice the size of my phone. Lighter. We have Keith's son Chris with Core and Main. That is our sales rep. So he's been awesome. He spent probably 2 days with Kathy making sure that the program got put on the computer correctly, and we tried it out for the first time and it was great.
This is what Keith says it's going to take 2, 3, 4, 5 years to get all of this converted, right?
Okay.
So we need a motion?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody makes a motion for the October 2023 financial report for the city of Beresford, South Dakota, that Elaine Johnson did a great job.
Second.
Motion by Schott and seconded to accept the October 2023 financial report for discussion. Hearing none, all fair side?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved.
So the next item is we need to have it noted in our minutes that we are moving the general fund checking account from First Savings Bank to First Dakota Bank with Jerry, Nathan, and I as signers.
So I'll make a motion to have the checking account, general checking account moved from First Savings Bank to First Dakota with Jerry Simons, the mayor, and Elaine to sign the checks.
Second.
Motion by Schott and seconded to approve the general fund checking account from First Savings Bank to First Dakota. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair side?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Old business, consider second reading and adoption of ordinance 2023-07 for 2024 appropriation ordinance.
We are just looking for a motion, unless you guys want to go through it all again. We can pull it up here. Start from the top.
Right.
We've already went through it all, so we just need a motion.
Makes a motion to accept the second reading and adoption of ordinance 2023-07, the 2024 appropriation ordinance.
Second.
Motion by Boone and seconded to consider second reading and adoption of ordinance 2023-07, 2024 appropriation ordinance. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair side?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Ballfield.
I gave you guys each a little handout there, but I'll just quickly kind of tell you where we're at. They completed the dormant seeding and added the mulch. We had a chance to do that. We look pretty green all the way around, so that shouldn't start growing till the temperature of the soil gets to the right level.
So they did overseed then?
It's all done, yeah. They spent a lot of time out there working it up. They picked up absolutely every rock that came up. They were out there with 5-gallon buckets, 4 or 5 and walking around picking up all the rocks. So I'm sure they're still going to come through, but they did a nice job, I thought. So
Okay.
the net will be hung next year. I think it said fall in here, but rather than putting it up this winter because of all the ice and things that might happen, and they normally take it down in the winter time anyhow. So the net's here, it'll be installed next spring. We have 4 shade structures that cost us $16,500 each. They were cutting into concrete, into the concrete tube, so they could drill a hole down to put those in. And that will most likely be done sometime shortly, if it hasn't already been done, so.
But they won't put the shade structures out?
No.
Yeah, because those will come down every winter too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I just kind of listed all the stuff that we're still responsible for. I'm going to quickly go through them. White Construction is doing the storage building, 49,983. The city crews will put a 4-inch asphalt mat on. Next spring, we hope, if everything's okay, that's $75,000. We're going to stripe it, so because of the parking lot, it's going to be a little bit testy if you don't stripe it, so people need to know where to park. Otherwise, we're going to have the amount of cars that we should have in there. We got some dugout benches that we'll be ordering. Elaine, did you say Maximum Promotions contacted us about a flagpole, so we'll get that done. Some garbage can, bike racks, bleachers have not been ordered, but we'll get them ordered here shortly. And some concession equipment. I know Eli kind of went back and forth on that. So there might be some more stuff that he would add, but some of the main things will be a cooler and a freezer, stainless steel table where they can actually sell all the product, things like that. You know, I think you had mentioned maybe a hot dog roller and some of those kind of things too. So we'd bring in and put those in. So not big items, but just thought we'd create a small budget for them. We still have to hook up the electricity and the plumbing in the concession stand restrooms. It's all there. It just needs to be hooked up. So we'll finish that up. Tyler asked if somebody come in and do that, and then we'll hire someone to hook the electricity up. We have we got the lights and everything up. We still have to run all the conduits in. We just need to run the wire in there. We've already got all the wire on hand. We do need to do some stuff yet for the poles and stuff for the lighting of the parking lot. So I've estimated that about 17. And First Dakota, I'm still waiting to hear. I think once we get closed on once we transfer the checking accounts closed, I think that'll probably come to fruition here. So
on the lights, they haven't been powered up yet, have they?
no.
So Mike's gotta adjust them and
He doesn't even have all the power. It's all there. He just needs to run all the pipes in there. So.
Okay.
He said he won't have to adjust them. He said
They're all
he told me they're all pre-positioned and
They mounted them into the home plate and all that. Yeah. So.
Nice.
I
Okay.
think when they did the Tanner Field, I think they learned a lot about the, because those were not as simple as the ones that were installed at the football field. So I
Yeah,
think when they did that, they had essentially a head start on those.
but these are Musco and those are the ball field are.
Those were
Yeah,
according to Mike, those were cheapies, but I mean they're 1.5 times brighter than what they had previously. So
nice.
He told me he was going to start on the baseball field sooner, but he wanted to make sure the Christmas tree lights are up from the tree, so he's trying to do whatever he can do when he's got it.
they got a lot of them up.
Yeah.
Jerry, the nets for the batting cage, are those already purchased as part of the cage setup?
Yeah, they were sitting out in the parking lot, but those 2 cardboard boxes for quite a while. So.
Because there's like a couple places that sell those nets that have discounts and grants available now. But and then all the tournament applications that we're looking at to host a statewide tournament or a larger tournament here, which will be a great source of revenue, they're all asking about Wi-Fi connectivity because the book now is all.
I think Boston should be able to get that put in. That shouldn't be a big deal.
I thought there was already.
I think we already got
Well,
it
they
put in
pulled fiber.
the field.
Remember the school contributed to pull fiber to the northeast field as part of that to prepare the northeast field to be the high school softball field for Game Changer or the electronic book. So now I think there just would need to be something probably carried over, and then access points only for the use of not general Wi-Fi.
That shouldn't be an issue, I don't think at all. So we
Because
do it all the time.
there's fiber out to the substation, so
Yeah.
I think Austin said it's
Yeah,
pretty
so Bill
simple.
just run it over. Yeah, it shouldn't be a big number. So.
Yeah, so anybody at a game can get Wi-Fi?
Well, they want it just so there's a password protection.
So like at the VFW state tournament, they require that you're essentially reporting scores because there's multiple communities that are host, like we'll be able to host many
Oh, that's all
events
right,
here.
that's all right. I was just wondering.
So anyhow, that's some of the things we still have to do. I think I have about $200,000 there of additional costs. I did not include the scoreboards, but pretty confident we're gonna get something there. So, and I just added all this, what we paid, Elaine's paid year to date on there. So we've got, I think total paid year to date is 2.183 million. Still to be paid about 759,000. So that would leave us a balance of about $56,992. One thing I'd note on the Banner Confluence, they're pretty well paid up. We still show that our contract I'll give them up to $65,702 more. That most likely won't happen. We didn't have them down as much as we thought we could have had them down. They didn't come down very often to inspect. So our guys did a pretty good job, Jeff and Mike, and they were out there pretty much every day talking to these guys, so we didn't need them as much. So
there's potentially an additional
65,000 plus the 56,000 if we don't have to pay for the lights. If we have to pay for the lights, it's gonna be it's gonna be 70,000.
Right.
So potentially it's 120,000 or so.
And did we ever find out what Princeville donated?
No. They got a little bill from them, so
Okay.
I don't know if they even bought through Princeville.
Okay.
So I'll find out. I'll make a note to do that. So I think that's all I have on that. Just thought it'd be important to keep you guys up to date on that.
Appreciate
We're
that.
under the budget and looking good right now. Pat Gary came down and said this looks about as nice as he's ever seen one. So
Maybe we'll make it on the calendar.
yeah, hopefully the weather gets real nice here in about the first part of April next year. Are you guys going to schedule any games?
Well, we're gonna plan to start. Right now we're gonna be conservative. Just plan for June 15th we know the northwest field will be open, and we know the south field, which has been renovated by the high school.
Yeah.
We'll have the older baseball field, 90-foot base path, that'll be open obviously because of the turf, but we've done some adjustments to, now obviously I think when Pat has emailed to you, he said there's a checkpoint on 1 June, if there's a go date earlier, but like the Jack Norris tournament, it's usually held on the Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
We're gonna either push it by 1 week,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
because we want to hold it for perhaps make the field a little smaller, just play it on one field, which is a possibility. So we're gonna come up with a couple contingencies just to make it work.
Yeah.
There's a second page on there. Is that?
Further down.
New business nomination for city council president.
Shall I make a motion for Eli to be president of the council, Beresford, South Dakota?
Second.
Motion
Man.
by Schott and seconded, nominating Eli Seeley for city council president. Any further discussion?
Was there anyone else that was?
I didn't hear another nomination.
No, I would gladly accept the nomination. I just don't want to. I realize Larry and I are the new guys, and so we.
It's part of the hazing.
That's part that's good.
Speaks the vice president.
Yes.
No further discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. City council committee assignments. I'll give you this, but I'd like to, these are all expired or as a result of Teresa's departure. Lenny Hofer, I'd like to reappoint to planning and zoning. He expired in June. He said he would like to continue on. The Bedco Board of Directors, Milt Usted, his term expired October of 23. I would like to nominate Teresa Svagan to serve on the Board of Directors for Bedco. She previously did as a council representative, put her back on. Beresford Cable Vision, Larry Rohr. Finance and Utilities, Larry Rohr. Mayor Advisory Committee, Larry Rohr. Works Pool, Larry Rohr. Public Safety, Mike Tiedemann. Bedco Representative for the Council, Larry Rohr. And the one I'm still waiting on is ComEd. Unless somebody here is interested in serving on ComEd as a council representative with Eli. Any takers? Just hold your seats. Okay, we'll table that one. Is there a motion to approve the city council assignment and appointment to Bedco board.
So I make a motion to appoint the assignments as the mayor stated for the city of Beresford, South Dakota.
Motion by Schott and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Review bids for solid waste hauling contract.
We only had one bid. We had a Novak sanitary showed up and re-sanitation, Novak put a bid in and they put non-applicable, and we asked them. They just said that they couldn't bid it based on what they, as far as the, I think what did they say, the,
With their containers.
containers, they couldn't figure something out. They never called us or asked any questions. We didn't even know they were bidding. So I said, well, you're sitting here at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and now you wanna ask questions, that's fine, we can't do that, so.
And Lauren Fisher didn't want us.
No, I contacted him 3 times and he didn't wanna bid. Crestman said they were gonna bid, and they didn't show up either, so we sent it out to, I think there was one down at Vermillion Garbage Company, and then there was another one that Service Center, we sent it out to them too. And no bids, so you can see where the results were there. Roof sanitation on 3-year contracts, $407,999.88. They were this year, last 3-year contract was $174,600. So I did include physical history and kind of where they were at. So Matt, yeah, what do you think, Tom? Should we want?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you had in the budget.
Yeah, you know, with that one, we're just realistic if they're gonna go too high, we're gonna have to readjust the rates. We can't really control unless you wanna go back out there. Their contract expires at the end of this year.
And you
So I
can
know
reject
we're-
them all, or we can try and negotiate.
So shoot, they're double what they were this year.
Oh yeah, all available.
Trying to make up for last year was low.
Yeah, we were hoping we were gonna get at least 3 bidders, it sounded like, so we didn't get any.
Could we like table it and then maybe call them before the next meeting to see if they wanna negotiate? I'm not saying you have to, I'm just,
How long is the open period for bidding? What's the minimum?
Oh, we usually do 2 to 3 weeks. You know, it takes 10 days to kind of pick, you have to advertise at least 10 days before bid opening.
And advertise twice, so. It's a month, really, I mean,
This puts you
realistically.
right down to the,
Hardly any time.
So that would say, good luck, or congratulations, you got it, you start Monday.
Yeah.
Like, cause timing wise, even if, you know, bid it, we'd be,
you'd be pushing it by the time you get everything out.
And if there's a
Someone
new
else
contract, then
gets
you're
some
gonna have to
good new
get the
containers
garbage containers.
Yeah.
at the end of December, in like a day or two.
Like Ruse did 3 years.
So if we're paying twice the amount, are we gonna get twice the service?
We would hope so. We've got quite a list, don't we?
Or you can take it over to the city, right, price?
City owned utilities, just be on the site, right?
They do have enough point.
Our point is, I think their linemen running the garbage truck from time to time.
That's what Open Point does, they've got like 2 or 3 staff, and it's like 2 days a week, that's all they do is pick up garbage.
I know Mike Hanson mentioned that during Christmas, the electric department would help with the garbage collection.
You're paying a empty salary.
But for $407,000, I bet we could buy a dump truck.
Who's gonna drive it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not every day.
Well, Art's the only one retired. Whatever, the Larry's.
Are there elements of their performance that we can address? I mean, if we're gonna pay that much more, is there part of their contract quality assurance plan that we could nitpick?
We have many, many conversations throughout the week, month. In fact, I had 1 or 2 myself for some stuff of my own, so.
It's a daily occurrence that we are.
The biggest problem for them is they don't have reliable staff. They're constantly having turnover, and their equipment is very old. They constantly have breakdowns, so most times you're gonna see 1 or 2 different trucks than they had the week before in, because the other ones are getting worked on.
Can this- Is this a,
We haven't had much reliable, I mean, other than the fact they miss a lot of times because of all the new people, but usually they pick it up that same day. Every once in a while they'll miss. I mean, I'll
They pick up late, they pick up
twice.
very,
What-
very brief.
What's, about contract discussion under executive session. Can we enter into? I'd like to propose entering into executive session to discuss would be proprietary or contract? Contract.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tina and seconded to executive session to discuss contracts. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved.